brought to you by GameFound. Create a free pledge manager for your project.
I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Z Garcia.
I'm Camilla Cleghorn.
And I'm Mike DeLisio.
There's been a lot of energy drinks being passed around the studio today, so just giving you some fair warning.
I've had no parts of it. I have not partaken in the energy drink shenanigans. Let's just call it what it is, shall we?
Could have been the vitamin C, though.
That's true. Everyone here was being very congenial and sharing, and Mike sat at his desk.
That's
like
right.
This. Is that fair?
It's a fair assessment of the situation.
You know, 90% of all communication is nonverbal, and so I was doing this. I'm sorry. I am not the Cylon. I was doing this.
You were doing this to
I was doing this
make
to
sure
make it
everybody
very clear.
understood. Do not approach me.
Right.
Do not consult or talk to me.
Correct. I was also making other gestures, but I will not mention what those are
show
here.
those.
Correct.
Yeah.
Welcome to Crowdsurfing, a show where we talk about Kickstarter and GameFound projects that are ending sometime in the future. If we don't talk about the project you think we should have talked about, it either we'll talk about it in a future one, or it sucks.
I didn't like this week, Tom, and I'll tell you why.
Oh.
Too many good choices.
I'm backing multiple games already right now.
But you know what you might like?
What?
A contest.
I love a contest.
All right, so we have a contest for you all. Okay. This is for a game called The Flood. It's for a standard pledge. It's a worldwide contest of this. All you have to do is email us at contest@dicetower.com, put the word flood in the subject, then answer this question. How many resource types does The Flood have? Also name them. So do that. You got a week to enter this. The Kickstarter is launched now. You can see a link to it in the description below. And if you want to know more about this game, here's Mark.
This spotlight is brought to you by Bedouin Games. Can you complete your arc before the floodwaters rise? Based on the story of Noah, players are taken back in time to the prehistoric world before the flood. The objective is to build a network of huts and camps and collect enough resources to build the ark before the flood hits. Each player can obtain a mammoth, the hero miniature, that can collect strategic resources. Each turn, players will roll the tool and 2 commodity dice to collect resources from their structures, which are located on the hexagons. Commodities include wool, wood, vegetable, tar, limestone, and water. You're in a race to gather resources, trade, build cargo trails, camps, huts, caravans, and ultimately the ark, all before the weather turns and floods your resource areas and eventually the whole world. But beware, the other players are trying to complete their ark first. To win, a player must finish building all stages of the ark before the other players and before the lightning token passes the final weather icon. And if the lightning token does pass the final weather icon and none of the players have finished their arcs, all players will lose the game. For more information, please check out the campaign, which is now live on Kickstarter.
Alrighty, here we go. Lots of projects to take a look at. Let's get started.
Let's do it.
Let's start with Last Light. Now, we already mentioned Last Light because our...
That was...
Bam. Yes.
Just keep going.
No, we're not.
Hey!
All right, Last Light. We already mentioned this in the past because it was it's Roy Kennedy designed this, but now this is the last time we'll talk about it because it only has a couple days left.
Ever, Roy.
2 days left.
Last
Ever
time
want to hear about it?
So there's a 4X game that can be played in an hour or an hour and 15 minutes. But either way,
yes,
it's true. It really does play that quickly.
It does play quickly, yes.
And I actually think this is a bad picture of those cool planets. Because doesn't that look kind of like...
It's hard to see what's happening there, I think.
Yeah, but when you get a closer look at these planets, they're really cool.
They
I
are
like
very
them.
neat. And they are all different, I think. Your version of it, because these are poured, or I don't know exactly the technology that goes into making a planet, but they will be technically distinct from everyone else's version of them.
They're all individually terraformed.
I guess that's one way to put it, yeah.
Also, I want to know how long until we get a 8-player version of Last Light remove the planets from the game and make them all racers in Shoots and Marbles.
Here's what I'm saying.
That needs to happen.
I just thought of a top 10
Let's
list.
go, Venus! Oh, I forgot what the name of these planets are.
I saw
Royal
a top
Talos.
10 list of edible game components because there's some suckers.
Yes,
Those
they
are
do
good.
look like suckers. Yes,
the
jawbreakers.
big ones. No, the big
No,
ones.
there's a very
What is
specific
it?
type.
It's what
Gummy
is it
bears.
called?
The swirly one.
Yes.
Roy is
that
probably
right
furious
there.
right now that we're not talking about the gameplay
Do you think you
at
can,
all.
do you think you can
Figures.
use those in the game?
You probably could.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
Like
this
Chupa
is
Pops or
a
something like that?
game
Yes.
It is like that.
Yeah.
With
with a
Chupa Pops?
rotating
Yeah.
board, and you're
like the ice cream
all
flavors.
aliens that have special powers.
Uh-huh.
You then
You went right past the asteroids, Tom. You didn't even talk about the
I'm
asteroids.
trying to talk about the
You play
game
cards. They have
Yes.
a different
Action.
ability or action that you'll do that round. Collect mining planets,
Right.
recruiting, adding powers to your ships, which is the best
Yes.
thing. You get to make your ships distinct from everybody else's.
Really like
and
that.
light up those suckers.
Simultaneous card
Suckers.
play.
Yeah, that's why it's so fast.
It's got that cool mechanism that I like where you basically continue to play cards and they stay out in front of you until you play a card that retrieves them, and the timing
Yes.
of that can be very important.
Right.
So, good stuff. And not just because
Oh, we gotta get to these
we gotta work with the
models
guy.
here. These cool looking models.
These
Really
new ones,
cool.
which I hadn't seen.
Oh,
that.
you like that?
Those are sweet. That looks like a whale.
You can also-
Space whale.
It looks
You
like a
can also use that to open
scimitar.
A
packages.
semicolon?
Yeah, no scimitar. Like it cuts like it's
Oh, the golden planet. What does that do?
Ooh.
I didn't ask Roy.
It's Midas's home world.
He's touched everything.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, anyway, I really like this game. It's a lot of fun. It's fast. It's interesting. We did a playthrough of it here on the Dice Tower. You can go back and watch that. Back it. All right.
fun.
We're starting good, but we're going to continue good as we go through all the different projects. I don't know about this one, honestly.
I know it's making a lot of coin, a lot of bank.
Wow, we just saw it pass 4,000 backers with 50 hours to go. So this is Anastyr.
Are you sure it is? I wouldn't be able to tell very well from that.
This is from Mythic
font.
Games. And it looks like, well, all the other Mythic games, honestly, with gigantic miniatures,
Lots of minis.
tons
yeah.
of expansions.
Now, I will say
Yeah.
they're pointing out that the artwork is by someone who's very well known in the fantasy art community. Like I know did a lot of Magic the Gathering art. Paulo Parente, I believe.
Oh, yeah, sure, yeah. Paulo Parente. Yeah.
And who did stuff? I know he did he did
Dust.
one of the dust, and he did
Dust
one of
is
the
his world.
artist boxes for when Zombicide was doing those artist boxes.
What am I looking at here?
That is a tree.
It's a tree
person.
tree man,
who
or
is
tree
A
moving.
surfboard?
He's scratching
rock.
himself.
Yeah.
You know normally
Oh, like a
animals
bear.
scratch themselves on
Yeah,
a tree.
like a-
This tree is scratching himself
On an animal.
It's
The tree.
right on an animal. That's right. It's the circle of life, is what they call it.
This is a not safe for work expansion. There are a lot. I do like Paulo Parente's art style, so that's a big plus for me.
Yeah.
This looks kind of like more fantasy stuff. The artwork is definitely a big help when it comes to, for me, if I'm playing a fantasy game, which I'm already not super into, then the artwork is going to have to do a lot of the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
This one does. I
can
do
ride
like
a
the look.
wyvern!
There's
And then
a lot
there's
of
a lot of dragon-esque and dinosaurs.
you're
and stuff.
riding. They talk about mounts a lot.
Yeah,
so
you
you're
can
riding
jump on
things.
top of one.
I
yeah.
do like that these guys are magnetic.
Oh, okay. That's
And
cool.
you can put them on whatever mount you want, which for me is
Right.
definitely the wyvern. You guys can pick one of these other pieces of garbage.
I will take the horsey.
I'm ashamed to admit how much more interested in this game I am right now, knowing that they are magnetic.
I know, it's so dumb.
I'm like legitimately like, I would play this now. I wasn't that interested. I will definitely play if
I
that's
wonder
gonna-
if that's because of the burn cycle.
I
You're
was-
like,
it
oh wait,
doesn't
that's
hurt,
pretty.
right?
That's
It's
pretty
like,
smooth. Like, oh,
Also,
snap.
that's not a bad mold. I like that
No.
that action pose with the guy hitting the ground.
There's no way that's
I
stable,
have concerns about that.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
It
I love
does.
the action
That
in
would be
it.
really cool.
But there's no way that chain's going to hold that guy up correctly. That is insane.
These are
Right.
great miniatures,
They
though.
are
That's
really
for sure.
100%.
They
These are-
really are.
You know, we talk a lot about generic this and generic that, and I do think rightfully so. This one does seem to have at least a unique style. I'm a little concerned about the whole Kickstarter bloat thing. In this case, this is
Yes.
Kickstarter.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of stuff.
I think I would not get
Yeah,
this
the core box
Caravan
maybe.
Pledge.
And
might be in on that.
maybe no, I gotta get the
Right.
mounts.
Oh,
Are the
sure.
mounts in their own box?
Oh, that's separate. That's an
I don't
upgrade.
know. It's hard to tell.
Again,
There's
but
a lot
much
going
like
on.
a lot of these projects, it is miniatures forward.
Sure.
Right.
It's going to be 80% of this page is showing you the miniatures, which is they're assuming, and I guess it is true.
I think it's this
why
one
you're here watching
Yeah.
this, or why you'd go to that page and back it. But I agree with you, Mike, that it is it's a little off-center with the drag, the sort of dinosaurs and whatnot. That's cool. I like some of that thematic stuff. And that video, by the way,
It's good.
Mythic makes the best
nice.
videos.
They
I
do make
mean,
good videos.
That's insane.
Yeah, they
it's like
do
a
that.
little mini movie.
They do that thing where the components become realized, and it's when it's done well, it's good.
Yeah, I remember. I mean, we hated the game, but the World War II.
Oh, Reichbusters.
Reichbusters, yeah. I still remember the Reichbusters video
Yeah, the
because it showed them running down the hall, and then it turned into a miniature. I love that.
Zee wants to move on.
Next night on the Busters. What's next?
Okay.
This looks great. What's next? Oh, that's
Iconoclash.
Okay, what's next?
I don't know why they didn't just call this. This is clearly. Why can I not think of the video game? I've played it. Brawl. Smash Brothers. Why didn't they just I mean, this is very clearly
Level 99 Smash.
But it's not level 99 though.
No, I
It's
was
weird,
I was
right?
very surprised by that.
I think that they must have partnered with them and said, "Hey, you can put some of our IP into this."
Well, let me see what else these people have made. Wow, the rest of their games, I gotta be honest, their other games look terrible.
And this one doesn't. This one doesn't do a lot for
well,
me,
here's the
Tom.
thing. It doesn't do anything for you, but I promise you that if I showed this to Ruby and Violet, they would be in right there from that cover. Look at that little bear with the hat and all that.
Well, and it uses bullet heart characters, and I know your kids like bullet heart too.
Yeah,
so.
Bullet Heart. Who else is in here? It's a bunch of different properties. But
Millennium
again,
Blades even maybe.
but most of them are level 99 games.
Yeah.
I was very confounded by this.
Right.
This is not a level 99 project.
Oh, and they did this Aegis too?
Well,
wow.
no, I think they're bringing
Temporal
those
Odyssey.
in again from other stuff.
Well, Temporal Odyssey is... No, that's level 99, isn't it?
Mr. B maybe.
Aegis is like it's its own company. They just basically made that one game, as far as I know.
No, I thought these were all level 99 things.
But I guess the idea is that you're
this-
picking a stage and it's like a platformer. So it looks very much like Super Smash Brothers.
Right.
Oh, yeah, especially these maps.
Right.
Are you kidding me?
Exactly what I thought.
But my kids love Super Smash Brothers. My kids love this theme. I think this is one they're going to want to play.
Well, they'll let them enjoy that.
Maybe I'll pay the $3,000 to let them design the fighter for their birthday, all their
next 10
birthdays,
years,
for the rest of their life. They're not going to college either.
Really. Right.
Tell you what.
Interesting.
I'll just take the $3,000.
All right, Morels. So Morels is 10 years old. I remember when this came out at Gen Con, this two-player game about mushrooms.
Picking mushrooms, cooking them, put a little butter in
little
there.
pans.
Little pan.
I also remember that my review was kind of like, meh, and then I got shredded.
You don't like Morels?
I thought it was okay.
Morels is a pretty cute game. I still got mine. Yeah, it's a neat little game. And this is now, again, they're bringing it back from the original company that put it out, Two Lanterns. Because I think for a while there it was being distributed by someone else, but I forget who.
I know it's a couple that did most of it by themselves.
The expansion, the original one. The expansion is now available again. It looks like you get a few extra cards if you get it from this company through the Kickstarter here. They did that ability game also, which it looks like they're
the dog
agility.
game, yeah.
They're selling that through here as well. Never played that. Didn't really have any interest in that one. But Morels is not a bad little two-player game. I've actually played the app for this, I think, so you can watch that too.
Yeah, Chrissy was saying in the chat there that she likes the app. I didn't even know there was an app for this. So.
Yeah, I played this.
Have you played it?
I have not played this.
Have you?
I haven't.
Catch a Palooza up here.
There you go.
Really?
You said you have the app?
Oh, no, he means the game.
Well, we'll just wait till we get this
I
one.
have the app.
The app, yeah. I might.
We'll wait till we get the 10th anniversary and play that, right?
Doesn't the designer kind of handcraft the little pieces, and that's part of what has made it so,
If you got the fancy edition, then it came with little handcrafted frying pans.
And I think this is going to have that.
Yeah, this will have that. I don't have that in mine.
Oh, you don't?
Because I'm not a child.
Yeah, that's true.
Then you don't actually
games are
have
for
the game.
Games are for adults.
I can't believe you even have that game in your collection. You should throw it away immediately.
Really, I'm embarrassed on your behalf.
I have real frying pans in it. I mean,
all right, Airflip. And this
Airflip. Another print and play.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this is the thing now.
Yeah, it is.
I really like that initial art, though. I like that style. This almost like a
It gives me a
cartoon.
little bit of a Brian Goldsberry vibe to it. The artist from the Burgle Brothers. It has that vibe to it. The now boarding.
Yeah. This is the first one I've seen of these print your own flip and write or whatever and write that I wish was not.
Right.
That I wish was just a published game.
Because you don't want to print the cards.
That's reason
supply
one.
your own
There's
dice.
90 some cards in this.
Yes,
okay.
that's what I was gonna say.
That's too much.
No.
Right.
No, I don't care that it's $5. 90 some cards.
Yeah.
Then you're shrinking your audience.
Right.
Some people who already do print and play stuff are all, that's fine. Go for it because they print this kind of stuff all the time. I don't. So I'll print a sheet
Right.
and supply my own dice and tokens and whatever, but I need a deck of cards.
Right.
Yeah.
90 some cards? No.
What would
Right.
have been interesting? Oh, go ahead.
I'll say
Sorry.
if it's a couple cards, that's one thing, but especially in this, like where you're making a deck,
need a
it would
deck.
drive me nuts if like one card's a little off, something like that. And again, I'm a big proponent of this type of thing. Hey, $5 and you print it out, but the cards definitely was a hang up for me as well.
Yeah.
What
and this-
would have been nice, and I know it would have added a little bit of money, and you need some technical expertise, but if you're going to do something like this, wouldn't it have been great if they could have just like basically imported the photo files of all of those cards and put it into a little app randomizer or a website randomizer where you could just, you know what I
Yes.
mean? I don't think it would
Yeah.
take that much technical skill. I don't think it would add that much to the cost. You probably could have still kept it at $7 or something, maybe instead of $5, and then it would be
Right.
more of a viable option.
That would be
I agree.
that would be really
Because
neat.
this one is the kind of game that I would want it looks so good also.
does.
I
Yeah.
would want an actual produced, printed
yeah.
version
Yeah.
of this. The game looks neat. To me, it has a Welcome to vibe with the arranging where it's a great theme also, seating the passengers.
Yeah. 402 people are in on it, so
Yeah,
I mean, it's got enough people. But
I need one of you to print it out and send it to us.
that's correct.
Yes.
That is
You know,
Thick-
this
on thick
seems-
enough paper that you can't see through the card.
Actually, you
and
might
everything
use
needs to be
like
even.
one of the card Game Crafter,
Game Crafter,
Arts
yeah.
Cow.
But at that point, you just
Okay.
buy the game, you know?
Well, but you are.
yeah, that's true.
So
Yeah.
I suppose, yeah. This is one I suspect we're gonna see again in a normal print.
Maybe
run.
gets picked up because obviously
think
it's,
so.
it's got some people that are interested.
I think this is going to be a game that gets either coupled with another print, another kind of roll and write, something here. I feel like this is going to be come back in a regular printed edition, maybe with more content to justify a boxed set.
Okay.
Right.
We'll find out.
all right.
Here you go. Come on, Tom. Let's do it.
I can't speak Spanish.
You should just play Ben Maddox saying it because he sounded very, very official saying Oranienburger Kanal.
Oh, okay. It's a Uwe Rosenberg game.
Have you ever had an Oranienburger? They are delicious.
They're really good,
so
yeah.
good with the brioche
Yeah.
bun. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah.
Wow.
The
Though
Iranian chicken, yeah.
at first blush there, that dial is straight out of
Orin Labora.
Oh, it's the same
It is.
mechanism.
It's the same. Yeah, he even calls it out.
A resource wheel, Tom.
Yep.
Play
This
in.
is, to my knowledge, the first Uwe Rosenberg crowdsourced game. I don't believe any other Uwe
feel like
Rosenberg
that's-
game.
Are you sure?
I'm almost 100% sure. Thumbs up from Chris Yee,
Chris would know.
master of the yellow Euro games. So
He would know.
I
This
think
is
we go with
close
that.
enough to...
Gaze upon Uwe Rosenberg's
Yes.
face.
Don't look too long. So what's interesting about this, I think, is that it's got that 1 to 2 player count. So it's going to be, the Fields of Arl did the similar thing.
Right.
But they're throwing out Le Havre as a
No.
I'm telling you, he's doing it.
They're just saying some names now to make me buy the game.
You're calling Uwe a liar. You're telling me that he's lying. But yeah, that player count is interesting because 1
Yeah.
to 2, the play time.
Well, they said specifically it's good for 2.
Yeah.
Designed with that player count in
Right.
mind. They're talking about how that this is a fairly straightforward and simple game.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks kind of neat. I mean, I'm also liking this whole connection between the cards thing.
Yeah, that's
Looks
kind of
like
cool.
it makes me think of the Notre Dame. I know it's a felt, but in the Notre Dame scoring 2 things next to each other
Yeah.
thing. It kind of looks like that.
Okay.
And I think this shade of mustard yellow is
Okay.
close enough to brown that it counts as a
Offensive?
Euro game.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's where we got. Here's the thing. I like the guys who run Spielworks are very nice people
Yes.
and everything.
But-
this game looks terrible. I
It
hate it.
looks so
How
bad.
You
much?
don't like
How
the
does
look?
this look
You like
different
the
than many
It's not any
Uwe
different
games?
from I don't hate
You know
it.
what I mean?
Oh.
There's no color there practically.
How does that look different than Agricola?
No, the cards in Agricola look better. These are like just some boring-looking cards on that board.
Well, they need to be very readable because they're on a board.
They've got text on there.
I don't like those boards either.
Well,
it looks like moss is growing on them.
Uwe Rosenberg doesn't like you. Okay, how about that?
He once met me and said hi briefly.
Yeah.
I will say this. 49 euros for the game and 2 little mini expansions. That's, not bad.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm saying. I'm backing this. So
Okay.
I mean,
Oh, you are?
of course. Come
Mustard
on.
lover!
Yeah, you got to have this in the library, even though it's a 2-player game.
It's a Rosenberg game. You know I'm playing it.
Yeah. I would try this one.
I would try it too. I don't think I'll love it either, but I'm not the biggest Uwe Rosenberg fan. But
Get out.
I'm middle of the road.
No, wait,
I'm
actually, we
middle
need
of the
you
road.
here.
I'm middle of the road.
Am I the only person who likes
I like
him?
Feld more than.
No, I like Uwe
No, I
Rosenberg.
really like his games.
I don't.
Calm down.
Chris likes him.
Yeah, you're like
like
you
some
like
of 'em.
Caverna, don't you?
And Le Havre.
The
And
Harvey.
Feast for Odin.
Lavra.
I
I like Feast for Odin a whole
All
lot.
right, let's jump to Camilla's side of the board
Here we go. Here we go.
My Bloody Valentine, the game, based on the very popular 1981 horror movie.
Right. Have you seen the film?
I've not. No, I'm not a big horror movie fan.
Have you seen the game? Because it looks like trash.
Well, they specifically say at one point, I don't know if you guys caught this, that there was a tag that said, made to feel like it was
Yes.
like it was designed and made when the movie came out. So it's a game that purposefully is trying to feel like a game that came out
Dated.
here, right there. Our
Yeah.
vision. Create a board game that feels like it was released in 1981.
What kind
You
of stupid
have
vision is
achieved your vision. Congratulations.
I have never seen
Right.
that bold of a statement on a Kickstarter before.
I'd like to go really
I love
quickly
it.
to the spinner. Can we?
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I really like that,
The
man.
spinner
Where
has.
is
Keep going. There, the kill spinner. It has three potential options. Either you win, you lose, or spin again.
Right.
That's a 1981
Keep going.
design choice if ever
Right.
there was
That's a
one.
fantastic mechanism. So in other words, no matter how long you're playing the game, flip a coin and find out if
But
you
I
win.
love that
Just
instead of
keep
making
flipping.
it 50%, there's a 33%
There's a third one there for
This is-
no reason.
it's
Technically,
It's
it
the draw.
looks,
Actually, it doesn't even look like it's
it
a
looks
third.
like you're less likely to
win.
lose than win. Yeah.
that. Never mind. I take back. The mathematical proportions matter now.
Yeah. It's a smaller sliver there.
Camilla, is this your pick of the week?
No, I really was excited about it until I scrolled.
Can I tell you what bugs me though?
Even
Is
a
I
little
think
bit.
this is a great idea for a
Yes.
line of games.
Yes.
It's a great
That's what I was
idea.
gonna say.
Put an actual
But I
game
think
behind it.
Yeah, that's what I say. But you need to have a game behind it. It just felt like I like it aesthetically. I think it's
Yeah.
really cool. It does have that look. I think maybe that's what they were thinking when they said we want it to feel like it came out in 1981. I think they mean the nostalgic feel of it with the artwork and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I think they unfortunately also made the game feel like it came out in 1981.
I don't have a problem with
So
this,
I think it's
guys.
really cool.
I really
No?
don't. I don't
Really?
think. I think they're doing this correctly. I think.
Do you?
I do. I do.
I
I'm
just
not.
think there needs to be
And
more.
I'm not saying I like this. Believe me,
Yeah,
I clearly
no.
don't care for this.
Yeah.
This is a game that looks bad. I think this fits what they're going for. This idea of a nostalgic game that didn't exist when it came out. When it came out and you were in your teens and you were into this movie. The only problem here is because we are gamers.
Right, but
I
I'm
think
gonna-
this is
Oh,
perfect
that is true.
for
I
people
mean, it
who
would,
like this
but-
game.
I'm going to push back on you though.
Okay, try it.
You know what other games recently
Where's my
came out
machete? I think
that
I
did this
machete.
similar type of a thing
Yeah.
that did it right?
Everything
Final
from
Girl.
Funkoverse.
Well,
Final
not even
Girl.
that. No, not even that.
No, that's trash.
Those Let's Summon Demon games. Why couldn't it have been games? Things like that. You know what I mean? They have
Rebuttal.
that. You know what I mean? They're the same
Do well
type
with
of
my
game,
what?
but there's actually
Point for
a
Z.
game there. You know what I mean? It's still just as retro. It's still not really all that much of a game, but there's enough there that it doesn't. This kind of just insults the intelligence, I think.
This
you
is
know?
more a collectible than the game,
Yeah,
though,
you may
in
be
many
right.
ways.
You
You know
may
what I
be
mean?
right.
This is the kind of thing that shows up behind someone's YouTube channel
Yeah.
who talks about horror movies.
Right.
That is
Horror
true.
Hour
That is true. I mean-
with Mad Jimmy Buffett. His name happens to also be Jimmy Buffett. It's
Buffett,
unfortunate, but
Killing again in Margaritaville. Yeah.
They're really, I
Okay.
guess, that's
killing
kind of-
again in Margaritaville. I
Just
don't
like
know.
who the
I think
audience
this
is. I
is
think that's
fine.
what
I don't have a
Okay, I'm
problem.
sorry,
with
what?
this.
I would say who the audience is. Maybe that's what it is. Is are they going for that general scale of people that like the movie, or are they going for gamers? I wish they had gone more for gamers.
Has anyone here seen this movie?
I've probably seen it. I used to watch, like when I was
is a classic.
16,
I would-
15, 16, I watched a lot of these old
Yeah.
horror movies. I probably saw it, but the fact that
If
it's
you weren't a gamer, I could see, again, people like you liking this.
Right.
You're going, again, they're finding people going into this because they like the movie, not because they're gamers.
Yeah.
Clearly, they're serving only one of those two audiences here.
if malls were still a thing, this would be at like the stores in the mall.
Spencer's.
Has any of
Yeah,
us played the
everything.
first game that they did? Because this
I
is
have
the
not.
second one, right? I don't remember what the first one's called.
Silent
First
Night,
one
Deadly
they
Night.
showed
Silent Deadly
it.
Night, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it was. I just wasn't sure.
This is
No.
okay. I don't have a
Okay.
problem with this. I don't know how well produced it is.
Chris, get Ziza pick of the week ready to go.
Yeah,
There it
yeah.
is.
All right.
I'm all over it.
Holotype. Now, this is only at 30,000, but it has 568 backers.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out why it has so many backers. There are a lot of people backing it. No, it's $50.
Well, the early bird sold out, however many that was.
Oh, 44. That's a decent amount of game for $44.
yeah, it
That's
seems
what
to
I
be.
thought.
I was very confused by this. I don't like the name Holotype for
I
one
don't
thing.
either.
I didn't
That's
like
not
that,
a good
no.
idea. I know it's a term, which
Is
they
it?
explained.
Yeah.
Whatever. No one thinks of that. You say holotype, I think holographic
Holograph.
dinosaurs.
Hologram.
Yeah.
Pick a different word.
Right.
Like dinotype, which is about font, a specific font, maybe.
Mad Jimmy Buffett.
Yes. And his channel, his well-known horror channel. This also looks like a dry, heavy Euro game from the bits and the look of the
Yeah.
cards, but they're saying this is not that. It's a light strategy game. And again, these are just words. Maybe light for these people is just not an 18xx game. That could be
Right.
it. But it's not flashy at all. This is not a looker. You know what I
No.
mean?
That's my concern. I think the game actually sounds fun, but wow, this looks like the final prototype before you then do the graphic design.
It's just
Yeah.
pushing me
I kind of
away.
liked
Yeah.
that. I don't know. I kind of liked that look. I thought that this one was very, very stripped down, and because it has that Euro look to it, you know. So I actually disagree and really liked it. I like kind of the simplicity of the art and design, you know, the graphic nature of it.
Simple's fine. I'm talking
So-
dry. But then again, maybe I'm underestimating how heavy this is.
Yeah.
I wonder if people who go into this game because of that look will come away thinking this was too light for me. I
That's
wasn't really
possible.
into it because
Gotta say,
this
it doesn't look light.
right. But
I
then
don't know.
they
I kinda got
describe
like
it
a
as
medium.
as a light strategy game.
Yeah, but how many people are?
Wait,
I was
watch
thinking-
out. What?
I was thinking it was like medium as I was reading
were you
through it
saying?
and stuff.
I was saying. I was saying. How many people?
Yes.
I forgot what I was going to say now. No, but people are wrong on heavy light. People are wrong on that all the time.
Yeah. There's
Sure.
no
Right.
Sure.
there's no
But
clear.
they do a good job, I think, going through and explaining the different rules and the different, you know. So I got the feeling it was more of that medium
Okay.
Euro kind of range.
I'm interested in this.
You're the only one.
Yeah, I'm not there.
Wow, he just totally,
Yeah,
totally
wow.
did
He's
not
like,
apologize.
why? You know,
It kind
you
of gives
don't-
me
you don't-
You're the
you
only
don't
one
mean
who
it
it.
almost gives me a vibe of like early evolution, like the early evolution.
What are we talking
games.
about here?
Yeah.
Jerry's Nugget?
marked monotone, authentic Jerry's Nugget play cards. If you just said that with no picture, they'd be like, what?
I'm very
Yeah.
even with the pictures. I'm like, well, I'm very confused by this whole project.
Hey,
This
you're
is-
allowed to play cards with unique marking systems commonly prohibited by casinos.
right because it's cheating.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
Right.
marked deck.
Yeah, and the
Jerry's
way
Nugget decks are very popular
Oh,
decks.
okay.
They're very collectible.
interesting.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Yeah.
Well, because they're rare. I don't because they're yeah. That's
I will say that for some reason I'm like attracted by the sheen on the side of the decks.
horrible.
Z loves foil-edged
I
cards.
hate foiling as a gilding. Technically, is what
Yeah.
he would do to the side of it. But then this has hot foiling on the
Are they gonna
backs
ever
of the
show
cards.
us the cards?
There's one
They
picture
don't look
at
like anything.
They're
I
regular
mean,
cards.
Yeah, regular.
They're not.
It's just the backs.
Yep.
Well, how are they marked? Does it tell
They're
you
marked
that?
on the backs, and it's all
They-
by thickness of lines.
Yeah, they might
and
not tell you.
They
but
do tell you. Actually,
do
tell you.
They
go
tell you
through it.
how.
They go through
So
the
there's
whole
some
thing.
cards, Tom.
Well, that's the aces.
The ace is the only one that's going to be different.
So go down to the.
It didn't go very far.
Right there.
Right
Here's
there.
where it
He
tells
missed
you
it.
about how they're marked. So the thickness of the line around Jerry's is going to tell you the suit. And they're exactly right.
Okay, but what's the point of this? Is this so you can play with your family?
So you can cheat people.
So you can cheat?
It's
Yeah.
a marked deck for tricks. I can know what card you're holding without actually knowing
magic.
how to.
Yeah,
yeah.
this is the Brian Drake deck right here. This
Brian
is how
Drake
he does all of his
I
tricks.
tell you,
to
like,
me-
here, pick a card.
On his honor, he does not use marked decks.
Yeah, he's lying.
Yeah, if I give you a card
He
from
asked me
this
to call him
deck and I
Jerry
know
the
the
other day.
system, you can hold
Just call me
it.
Jerry. Don't call me Brian.
Yeah,
I
you
go by
hold the
Jerry.
card, I see the back, I know what it is, and
No,
I
I
can do as
get
much
that.
as whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, yes, you could, I guess.
I think it's
you
for
know,
magic more
Yeah,
than
it's for
anything.
yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah, they're the thickness of those
Right,
lines
you
are
can
going
see
to
the
tell you what.
little sign, yeah.
Like,
You'd have to really practice, though.
Right.
also, with me being an old man, I might be like, here, let me see the back of this
Look,
card.
we do a magic
Is this your
trick.
card? No. Is this your car? This is definitely your car. No, darn it.
Old people cannot do
Right.
these.
No,
because-
yeah. It's
This
insane.
reminds me, I saw a very interesting documentary about cheating in bridge. I
You know what,
recommend it.
though?
Was really a good
What?
documentary. Yes.
Okay.
Like big money.
How much are
You're not
these?
selling this, no.
Yeah, no, it was good.
Guys, I'm going to buy one of these. just 'cause-
Buy.
Don't do it, Tom.
No, because I want to see what a cheating deck looks like.
I got a different marked deck.
Don't do it, Tom.
All right. Monster voices.
Okay.
The raucous game for your inner monster.
Right.
So this is
I actually want to buy this print, actually.
That's cute.
It was cute.
one of those games that I have zero interest in playing, but I think that there's an audience out there for it, and I don't hate. You know what I mean? I feel like what they're doing, they're telling you exactly what it is. We've got
Yeah.
these kind of weird drawn monsters, right?
Yeah.
And the whole point is to determine what the voice of it would be. So it's
It's a game that I would
It's
enjoy
hard to-
being at a table with someone else playing. You
Yeah.
know,
I think we
this
could
would
play
be
this
funny
live and it would be interesting.
would be-
I would enjoy watching you play this
it'd
game.
be
Tom.
funny one time.
You know.
Right. It's
You
like
know?
this is like you said. There's no pretense
Right.
here.
Right. Yes.
A lot of these party games post Cards Against Humanity. We need a term for that.
Yeah, right.
Like an art movement almost. We need a term for that. A lot of them are very self-conscious. They're very self-important, self-aggrandizing in a way.
Okay.
This is not.
No.
This is very disarming. It's like we have goofy drawings of creatures. You read something hoping to sound like them, and somebody tries to pick it.
Right.
That's
it.
And
I
that's
mean,
all.
got it. There's nothing else. You know, there isn't the. But we're trying to destroy your friendship.
Yeah,
But you know, like I didn't see any of that stuff.
That was the third guy.
We're trying to destroy your friendships. It's either 3 or 6.
There you go.
Yeah, I was thinking 6.
I think you would have thrown in a little bit more evil.
But we're trying to destroy your friendships.
I think that would have been 3.
That's actually 9.
friendships.
Oh.
Is that the 4th guy?
1.
It was one.
Okay.
He's been doing 1 all day.
What about this? What about this guy,
All
right?
right, here we go.
We're trying to destroy your friendship.
9.
Yes.
See? There's the
He's like a
game.
melted
There's the
burrito
game.
or
Yeah,
something.
definitely looks like
Like I
a.
said earlier, it was fun to watch you
Wait,
guys
how-
play that one.
how
Way
much
to
is
jump
that?
in there. Way to jump in
no,
there.
that was great, guys.
$23. That's not bad.
The
Oh, now you're being the guy from Police Academy.
Oh, you're
noise
Michael
guy?
Winslow.
No, not Michael Winslow, the animal guy. Oh, he's from.
Oh, Bobcat Goldthwait?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Is this pronounced Sayu? Sayu?
I don't know. Say you, say me.
I don't know. This one fascinates me because these two-player
You're a
abstract games. This looks interesting to me.
You backed the other game that this person did.
Oh, I did?
EO.
Oh, wait. Did I just play EO, right? Didn't I?
Yeah. Or Eero, sorry.
Eero. That's a good game.
It's the same guy.
Wait, you borrowed that from me, didn't you? Have you played it yet? Okay.
My only concern, I think that the concept behind this sounds like it could potentially be interesting as a two-player abstract, but that you've got to keep orientations straight. Did that kind of throw you off too?
It's a lot of, and once you get it kind of bigger like this, you have to maintain the orientation, and it's a lot of flipping and replacing with your color. It's a lot of movement when you need it to stay in line.
Yeah, that was my concern.
It seemed a little too upkeepy.
Right.
The central arrow idea was tricky.
Right.
Yeah, right.
It's not that expensive, though.
No, and it looks like nice pieces, and you know, the other game you liked, and again, this is a really good use of crowdfunding, because this is not the type of game that probably would have gotten to however many hundreds of people that it might. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. Yeah. If you like this kind of indie abstract idea, this is a cool one.
Yeah.
This person has already delivered.
Right.
Once.
That's
So,
awesome.
you know.
And you can get the old game with this one too. So.
All right. Where are we at here? Martial art battlefields. Now they're proudly showing the seal of approval here, which is legit, but it's from Spencer who and Laura who did that one. So I don't know. I've not played this myself. Have you?
No.
I have not.
I do like the art, actually. You don't like it?
I don't like it. No.
I like the art, but I like this art, but I don't like how it's being implemented.
Right. Like,
you know what I mean?
I mean, this art is not their art.
Right,
you
that's
know.
what I'm
So
saying.
yes, I like this art. I hate the graphic design on this game. Like any of those. Look at that card. Stone wall, the value in the corner, text, incomprehensible text. I mean, I cannot read any of that, and it doesn't look good.
I agree.
I don't like that font choice. This looks like a bad collectible card game from 1996. So no, not a fan.
This is not really making me very. Oof.
He's gonna need to go cancel his pledge, huh?
Oof.
Huh. All right.
Oof. Okay.
I think you guys are actually selling me on that. All right. Well. All right, moving
Time
on.
back Jerry's Nugget again. I'm just saying.
Euthia, Torment of Resurrection and Fierce Powers. So Euthia showed up at the studio, I don't know, 6 months ago, and we did a big long thing. You review it, and no one did. It's just...
It's a lot of stuff.
It is extremely overwhelming. And I'll tell you what, the Euthia that we got doesn't look like that.
It does not.
Nobody asked me
the
to
miniatures
review
were
it.
not painted.
So you need to review this game.
Do we still have it?
No, we do not.
Did we send it off to the Great White North?
We set it off.
It's
The
gone.
Great
So
White North.
it went to
I'll
the
review
farm.
it, guys. Tom, pack this one and I'll review it. Go ahead.
I think we sent it.
I feel like I'm being dared.
I think we sent it to Jerry, actually. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously, a lot of people are into this, right?
I'm whatever.
A lot of people are into it. It's not, you know, it's not a small project. It's not a cheap project, but it looks like you're getting a lot of stuff.
Someone in the studio calls it Genaria.
Mark Street
we've seen
says
two
it's a big game.
I really dislike the art. I really dislike the art. Not the miniatures.
Right.
The art
look
on the
good,
box.
but-
I would not buy the game based on that alone.
Does it look dated to you or just not good?
Those people all look like they're dead.
Well, maybe
That might
they
be the
are
look
dead.
they're going for.
It
maybe.
also harkens back to that old 80s art, and we're like,
That's
I
what
think
I was gonna say,
we've
it's
also
outdated.
moved past this blatant nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think it was bad. It just felt dated. I did not realize when I was looking through the game, you know, a month or two ago, I didn't realize that it was a new game. I thought it had been sitting around here for a couple years.
Decades.
Couple
So,
decades,
yeah.
That being said, maybe you want to play a big adventure. For me,
If you want to play a big adventure game,
Yeah.
go
is
get the
one of the
Mythic
50.
one.
Yeah.
Go get the Mythic one. I'm
Probably
sorry.
true.
Like this competition this week, right now, looking at just this sampling, and honestly, doesn't matter because you got 2 of these a week.
You're right.
But right now, head to head with the other one that looks very much like it, the other one feels less generic, seems more interesting, has better minis or mini designs at least, you know, concepts. Yeah, this one's not swinging for the fences for me.
I did like the minis, but I think even they were kind of generic from what I saw on the page. You know, just very standard poses and things like that. But again, that's you know my opinion. I mean, no one's standing on a ball and chain. So yeah.
all right. Okay, Explorers of the Woodlands. Not by Leader Games.
We
That was
go.
going to be my thing. Man,
You thought it would be?
no. Well, no.
Is
there
it the same artist?
It is not Kyle Farron, and the fact that we have to ask that, to me, is a little bit questionable. I'm sorry. Now, look, it's not like no one can have similar art styles, but this looks like more than a homage to me. I'll stop there, but it looks too close for comfort to me.
These people could just have the same style.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could be.
I mean,
This
the fact
might
that
not
you're,
be somebody trying to just mimic something. It's just
Right.
they could draw the same.
and the fact that you're saying that, I don't know what game you're referring to.
Root, the root
Okay, all right.
guy.
So that was the one thing I was going to say is it gives me that feel, but I think it's different because I will get yelled at for this. I don't care for Root
Yeah,
and the way
no,
it looks,
I mean-
but I am charmed by this one
Yeah.
because I think it's similar enough, but it does bring a little bit more vibrancy, a little bit more, I don't know, something about it. So I think I disagree. I think that it is very
Okay.
close, but just a little bit of a personal spin on it.
All right.
I think the personality in these illustrations is a little stronger. I will say that.
Maybe that's it, yeah.
And the frog looks different.
Yeah, no.
It's the bird. If that bird wasn't there.
The bird very much
It kind of
looks,
is that bird.
It
Yeah,
is,
you're
yeah.
right. That toucan
Right.
or whatever.
Yeah.
That being said, I think this looks really fun. I think it looks like a
It's
light.
cute, yeah.
I mean, it's the opposite of the last game. This
Yeah.
is not overwhelming.
Yes.
Right.
Streamlined.
Right,
Is
yeah.
it co-op and competitive and solo? No, it's co-op.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
35 minutes per
Yeah.
game.
No, I would
Right.
definitely play it.
It's-
I
yeah.
was just a little taken aback.
I think this looks fantastic.
And I do
I
like
also
this trend
think
that we're
that.
seeing, this dungeon crawler that's not in a dungeon, that doesn't look
Yeah,
like it's
and
from
that
D&D.
doesn't
I'm
have like
really
the
liking
elf
this. Yes.
and the barbarian
Right.
in the lands of Wuthar.
Right.
The dark demon Jimmy Buffett has come back, and he's bringing various margarita balls.
There
Yeah.
we go.
This is not that game.
No.
Right.
I'm really digging this.
This looks like a really
as
light
well.
dungeon crawl, right?
It looks
Yeah, exactly.
fun. It looks
Yeah.
vibrant and fun.
And again,
Yeah.
a fun, light, colorful,
Yeah.
unique world that's not.
And I really do like the drawing of that frog. That gives me that frog gives me real strong vibes of
Princess
Spirited
Mononoke.
Away. Well,
Oh, I was thinking
Spirited Away, huh?
Thumbleweed.
Okay.
Spirited Away, same
see
thing.
that.
same,
yes.
same art style.
Yeah.
All right. The World Traveler Society, an immersive mystery adventure.
This is all about Tom.
Well, no.
You like these
all
types
you,
of things.
I like them, but I'm
You
tired
like-
of.
Yeah.
I'm tired of. Like, I'm not gonna back this because I'm like 6 behind on
You
these.
have. Are you sitting on some that are this sort of interactive?
Yes.
That are the whole box where you open and actually physically do stuff?
Yes, and I'll tell you what. I got one that had like a ViewMaster.
Oh, snap.
And-
With secrets in it, right?
I'm telling you, I got lost like halfway. I was trying to sort stuff out. Like, where do I start? I found one puzzle. I was like, all right. It was a logic puzzle. I know how to do this. Got halfway. I'm like, I don't have all the information I need. I'm searching through. It's kind of fun. If I didn't have anything else going on in my life,
Yes. It can be frustrating, right?
when the pandemic was at its height, I should have got one of these then.
Right.
Because I would have spent like 2 days with the kids. That's all we would have
Yeah.
done is this.
Yeah, these games are not for me. I feel like I should always have like a hammer next to me so that I can just smash open the puzzle boxes because I get frustrated within 20 seconds when
Right
I can't
there.
figure
Didn't we
it out.
take him to the escape
Hammer
room?
and
I
a
don't remember him
lighter. That's all
smashing
you
stuff.
need.
There were no hammers around.
Did you not like the escape room?
No, I liked it. I felt like I definitely didn't feel like the superstar of the team. I'll just put it to you.
That was him.
Yeah.
No, you were
But that was my
definitely dragging
first.
us down.
That was my first puzzle room or first escape room.
We do need to do another escape room
Yeah, it was
soon.
fun.
What are we doing?
As a team building activity.
Let's go, Tom. You
All right.
gotta expense this.
Yeah, I know. All right. Damask.
Why is this not funding better?
Jim Carrey's
I thought the
Damask.
same.
Somebody stop me! This looks really good.
thought-
Does it?
I think so. I like that little wheel. I think it looks very simple. You don't really like the fulfillment, the pattern fulfillment type stuff,
I
do you?
do. This
think
is
this looks
one
good.
too many right now for me.
Okay.
I look at this and I think Mandala Stones. I think like all these other games that are all the post-Azul movement.
Yeah.
It's a different
Right.
movement, by the way.
Sure, than
From the
Than
post
the-
Cards
Cards Against
Okay.
Humanity
Yeah.
movement. Two different but simultaneous movements. This one isn't doing anything for me that a lot of these other recent, basically abstract but pretty
Yeah.
games, family abstract but pretty first games, don't already do. So no, it didn't really charm me. Also, the mechanism with the thing just reminded me of like the burger game I had just looked at. I'm like, okay.
No, I dig this. This is one
What
I would
else
definitely
has
like
Radical
to play.
8 done?
They've done 7 other things.
Radical
No,
8.
I know we played a game from them before.
Die of the Dead.
Die of the Dead!
Which wasn't great.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
It had a really cool look to it. It had these
The steps.
the steps with the things, and you put the dice in the coffins, but you didn't.
That worries me a little bit, actually, yeah.
Oh, man, I really wanted to like this game.
Duck Raspas.
All right.
Mike, this is all you want.
moving
Aren't you
on.
speaking?
We're waiting. Okay,
We're
so
all waiting on you to say
this is
something.
the beginning of Shem Phillips' new trilogy here.
What? Another one?
This
And
is
Sam McDonald.
his
too.
third and final. That's probably not true.
Okay, wait. Well, there was a trilogy of games
There's
that
been
came
2
out.
trilogies of games.
So there's the North Sea, which
That
has
was the first
Raiders of the North
North.
Sea and 2 very forgettable games.
Yeah.
Not true.
And
Very,
then there
very
was
true.
another trilogy.
There was the West Kingdom.
West Kingdom.
The
West.
Architects of the West Kingdom.
Right.
Paladins of the West Kingdom. Viscounts of the West Kingdom.
Viscounts, yeah, sure.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
And then this is the new trilogy starting
one's
with
called
Wayfarers
South Tigris.
of the South
South.
Tigris.
South.
And there's going to be 2 more, which were already announced, actually, before he came out with the first one.
Right. They've got
Could
the
he get any more generic? That seems weird to me.
generic?
Not,
Oh,
I mean,
come
like,
on.
it seems disposable. Like, where's the passion in something like this? He's like, I'm making 3 more.
I
What are the
couldn't-
titles?
Wow.
These are the titles. I'll work on them later. I don't like that.
I
Committing
could
to.
not disagree with you more.
Oh.
You like that?
I think it's
Committing to 3 games before you've made
Yeah,
one?
because they already have the framework for these 3 games set up.
Mechanically?
Yes. They've got now they don't have the completed design, but they've already told backers, hey, these are the 3 games. They're going to focus on dice mechanics, right? Because in the
Well, you do like that Merchant's Cove games. Why am I arguing with you?
this is not totally different.
Because it's like Mechanism's the mechanism game.
No, but okay.
And I'm saying this, I like these games, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, your opinion is trash, okay?
Fair.
I hate everything you're going to say.
Sure.
But, no disrespect. I just find the idea of announcing 3 games and saying, here's the mechanisms we're going to explore, this is what we're going to do, just to feel a little soulless, I guess.
Really? So the 15 Uwe worker placement games are soulless?
They are,
And
yeah.
the 7 or 8 Feld, games are
yes,
soulless?
He might
or-
actually be related to Jimmy Buffett.
I obviously disagree.
You don't
but-
know. I know you like it. I'm mostly
Yeah.
being facetious, really. I'm playing it up. I had some strange energy drink. I'm not sure. I'm not sure my doctor would recommend I do that ever again. No, this is fine. I did think it was weird when he announced that he had more games coming out, and it was 3 at once. I really did think like, whoa. They're not even playing around anymore. They're telling you we're coming up with 3.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do East, which
Yeah.
is the missing one, right?
Well, I assume they
There's
are.
No way they're
Right,
not
there's no
doing
way.
12
Right,
games.
right. No, it's
Yeah.
interesting. I mean, it
And
is
then up and down.
it is a team, a duo now. It's not just Shem. It's Shem and Sam McDonald, and so look, I don't know.
You love it. You know you love it.
Well, no, of course I'm very interested in this.
My concern, and I already mentioned this to you, this looks fantastic, and
Right.
most of it looks good. The boards don't look great for some reason, but the cards look amazing.
Yeah.
My concern is I'm having a hard time with my anti-hype because everyone who has even
I know.
glanced at this game out of the side of their eyes goes, one of the best games ever made on humanity.
Of course.
But you also said that about all the other ones, and there's clearly a hierarchy here. Now, since this is the first one, I'm going to assume it's a pretty strong candidate in the trilogy, because the last trilogy had a steep dive at Viscounts comparative to the first 2.
I disagree, but that's okay.
You like Viscounts the best?
No, I don't think it was.
What
a
about
steep.
Viscounts?
Viscounts is terrible.
I hate. Come on now. Anyhow,
I already told you about my medical
about
condition, okay? Don't pick on me about my medical condition.
We're not talking about this game. We should talk about it briefly. Mike, tell why does it look interesting?
Well, because
Okay, moving on.
There we go. Fair enough.
Shem Phillips. No, go ahead, Mike.
I think that there are certain things that these two designers, and Shem, has kind of started it too, do very well, which is take a central mechanism and do something slightly different to what you've seen before. Like worker placement, where you had with architects, you start with all your workers. It's a neat little riff on it. Worker placement in Raiders of the North Sea, the place one, pull one. Neat little riff on it. You know what I mean? So I think that they do that very well. The other thing that I think they do exceptionally well is iconography, graphic design, making it easier for people to play your games by having some consistent look and feel across it. So if you've played one of their games, you've got a leg up in other games because they keep a consistent kind of graphic design iconography throughout. I think that their rule books are consistently good. So there we go.
Does this one look?
Choose a side.
This is a hard. This whole series is hard for me to jump into because there are so many now. I don't know where to start. So I've not played any
Just
of
the
them
good
because
one.
I don't. Okay, but where's that? I mean,
I would
where's the
recommend
deep dive, or
Architects.
is it
Architects of the
not?
West
You know what I
Kingdom
mean?
Would you
Like,
agree?
it seems
I would
very-
agree. You probably start with architects or raiders.
But I think, okay, I was gonna say Raiders of Interest Architects isn't interesting to me. You know what I mean? That
yeah,
kind of
maybe
stuff. So it's one of
Raiders.
those, like, I don't know where to start. So what side am I on?
Wait till the
I'm
East
overwhelmed.
trilogy.
There you
I'm
go.
overwhelmed by the number of games in this now
Start with
series
Shipwrights.
this trilogy of trilogies.
Shipwrights
you know?
is not the one to start
So
with.
The dice thing. What's the dice thing?
Well, I haven't really delved deeply into, but they're going to be, all three of these games are going to be utilizing dice, whereas dice were almost non-existent in the other games. There's some dice in Raiders, but those primarily came about in the expansions.
So it's
And
dice mechanisms.
Dice, yeah, either dice, dice placement or things along those lines, yeah.
Got it.
All right.
I wonder what Mike's pick of the week's gonna be.
I'm telling you, this is a tough week.
I wonder what it is.
Stellar
Come on,
Expedition.
Mike. You know that's what it is,
A
baby.
space exploration board game. This is from Wolfhorn Games.
Excuse me.
That's Wolf, like golf games. Wolf.
Wolfhorn. Okay.
Anyway, man, I don't like the art in this so much.
What? But look at it.
Oh, this looks like a kid's coloring book.
It might be. Be careful.
Uh-huh.
I don't think These Cabs Are Here for Extermination would be printed in a kid's coloring book.
No, probably not. Yeah, rule books are great, Ronaldo, I agree. Yeah, this one does not inspire any type of...
I did think it was cool that they're saying it's a 4X game with, specifically focus on the exploration. So I thought that was a cool thing they're doing is taking that, but really kind of hyper-focusing on one of the X's,
So 1X game.
Yeah.
Right. No, because it still has all four, but there's just a focus. So I thought that was a cool thing they're going for, but I agree that I just don't think it quite nailed it. It's like, oh, that's neat, but maybe it just needed a little bit more.
I don't hate the graphic design of these cards. I like the little color things. Take the art out.
No, I am. The graphic design you are okay with?
Yeah.
I really dislike it.
Yeah, because the black is just flavor text, so you just need those four icons on the
Okay,
side.
great. I mean, we've been doing that since the Stone Age. There's nothing here.
That doesn't mean I can't like it.
I suppose you were around during the time, and so you have... I got lost.
That doesn't even work on me. He's about to have that energy drink crash.
Yeah, his
we need to
energy
move on.
drink.
All right, Autobahn.
Oh, boy.
An economic Euro game from distinguished design.
Chris is just hovering above his chair now. He's just floating up to the ceiling all of a sudden.
Oh, it's a Euro.
That's a cool
It's a
cover.
heavy
It's
Euro.
an economic
It is.
Euro game by the designers of Zapotec, Merv,
It's Merv!
Newton.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
like
Back
Merv.
in, baby! This looks a little too heavy for me, but I do like that it's pick up and deliver.
Sure, I do like that too, and I think that this is a game that's doing a good job of making a Euro game look enticing, look appealing, look colorful and vibrant. There's a whole bunch of tracks in this game, and again, Chris is just like vibrating back there from excitement. But it doesn't look like tracks. You know what I mean?
Right.
They make it look a little more appealing. So. I would certainly play this one for sure.
This is so much. I think this game looks great.
Yeah.
But the road traffic mini expansion. Pass. I hate traffic. Why would I want to add that to a game? That doesn't sound fun at all.
Put in the Road Rage expansion as well. It's a dexterity game where you fling game pieces at people.
You're onto something.
I actually think this looks really good.
I think it looks
and
good, too.
Alley Cat Games has a very strong. Their
I
games
was
look
excited to see it.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I see that company. I trust it. This game looks interesting. Again, I don't know how heavy it's going to be, but pick up and deliver type games pull me back in. I don't think there's enough of those that are made.
I agree.
Like every other game is a worker placement game.
Yep.
Right.
And yet they don't make very many pick up and deliver games. It's such a cool mechanism.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, this one I'm excited for Chris to teach me.
Very true.
So.
Yeah, Chris he's all in.
Yeah, this looks good.
Getting the store pledge.
Rado's
I'm
giving
actually
it a 4.
I'm a little surprised that.
Rado's backing 4 of them.
All right. Table Golf Association. Now this one.
Can I explain how much I would play this right now if this was in front of me?
Okay, I have zero interest in golf. Like, I do not like golf, but I'm kind of excited
I like the idea
about
of
this,
collectively
actually.
building
I
the
like
course.
this.
No.
Okay, Ken.
It's literally in the other room.
What?
Yeah, you guys didn't know that?
Oh.
This is in the back
It's
room.
right-
I'll be right back.
What?
Go get it. Go get it.
We have
Really?
this?
Yeah,
Where
go
is
get
it? In the back room?
Turn your
Yeah.
microphone off and go get
I'm
it.
going to go to the restroom on the way, and I'll make sure to keep this on.
Okay, keep it.
All right. Meanwhile,
Oh, this is so exciting.
Okay, while he's gone, let's dish on Shem.
I think I'm actually excited about this one, and I'll tell you why. Because
We all know why. Tom, one of your favorite
flicking.
games is Carabande.
and those are pieces from Rebound back in the day. Remember?
Oh, is that what that was called? Rebound with the gun? No, that's
these are Rebound.
Crossfire.
You
These
shot-
look kind of like Crossfire pieces.
The ones you shot, yeah. But in Rebound, you rolled
Faster,
these.
Mike.
I'm here.
That was really fast, Mike.
I don't mess around when it comes to table golf.
Oh, we're going to do a live unboxing
Also,
here.
I brought a deadly weapon.
Can I-
Wait, what? Oh,
Oh, man.
Oh, wait, is that mine from my desk?
No, it was in the
Did
back
you-
room. It was from the...
they're all mine. Okay.
Except for the one that I stole.
Camilla
and hid
yells at me
from
for
you.
using the knife I bought.
This is my personal car box cutter, Tom. All right.
That's actually a.
Well, this is a new one.
Okay, I don't
We've
want
never
rules.
done this
I want to be
before.
flinging things around the table. These are wooden tiles, aren't
Right,
they?
because I had, when looking at
Look
this,
at
I
that.
had concerns about the hexes moving until I read that it was going to be wood. I thought that was
Z,
really
you broke the trophy!
Yeah, I didn't
Oh my
break
gosh,
it. It
who
was like
invited
that.
him?
No, you
Who
broke the
invited
trophy.
him? Hold on. Let's that's what he's up. I'm so excited.
All right, set it
Oh,
up.
it's a bell. I get it. It's the Liberty Bell.
Oh, this is happening.
All right. So isn't
Thank
the
you,
idea
Steve.
that you basically, as a group, you make the course?
Yes.
Yeah, why not?
Does this do something, Tom?
You give it to the winner.
I like how
All right.
This is great.
Camilla's bogarting all the greens over there. All
I
right.
don't actually know how to play golf.
Goes-
What
you don't
is
need to
what?
know how
All right, here you go.
And it rolls.
There's your stick.
Wait,
Yeah, you.
no,
Oh, you have
what?
to. I thought they
I
showed
don't
the guy
like this
flicking it with
thing.
his
Why
finger.
is
Probably,
why is
yeah,
the
probably.
this
That's
one?
that's a player
Okay, good.
piece.
I
Yeah,
don't want
you're
that.
supposed to flick
All
it.
right, here we go.
Here we go.
Oh! Time to change that top 100!
She's a shark, man. You got to take it out of there.
No,
You're
you
not-
don't.
You can't start it rough. You got to use your pinky finger.
You're in
when
a
starting the
canyon,
rough.
Z. You're like hovering over. Outrageous. Also, you're going through
Oh
a
my
tree.
gosh, there's a tree.
Oh, it's in a gator's mouth.
That's right.
All right. Anyhow,
Got
yes.
it. We understand.
Yes.
I wish there was more games like this. Honestly.
This is
This
great.
is fun. And it's great production. Again, the fact that it's wood, I thought it was going to be cardboard, and that this has the ball bearing in it,
Yeah.
so it's smooth and it's not moving the board.
As soon
was
as I saw
excited
this,
about
I'm like, this is one of those games that I think that can actually work. I think a lot of people try to do stuff like this, and it's just like convoluted, but this is like, I can look at it and go, okay, I get it. You could probably add a bunch of stuff to make it, but I just want to build a course and knock those stupid things around.
These
I'm
really
100%
are
there.
like the old rebound
I'm there.
pieces. Mm-hmm. And I like these too. They're
Oh,
good
how
for-
much? How
They
much
work
are
well.
they?
Oh
Are they
yeah,
charging?
let's say this is
Oh.
probably not cheap. $75.
Okay, but for wood
There's some
and
nice
for like
thick
I'm-
pieces. Yeah, I don't know that that's outrageous.
Yeah,
I think
that's
that's
not
about
what I would
right.
expect.
There's a
'Cause again, it's
driving
like
range expansion.
actual-
What is that?
Here, see?
We don't have the driving range. Throw it in the trash. Azalea, you went right through the azalea bushes, Z.
Is this supposed to be like this?
Yeah,
There's
that's
no
No,
way,
no,
right?
that's a first player token problem.
No, there's
there's
four
four
of
of them.
Oh.
But there's no way that you hit that with
No,
this
that
piece of
takes all the
cardboard.
fun
There's
out
that.
of it.
Hold on.
Although
Here,
it really
Why does it
here,
take the
Tom.
fun out of it? I
Here,
think I
Tom.
actually
Find
flick
out
it.
what we do with that.
Read the rule book.
The front
while
shows
we
you
forget
flicking it with your finger.
completely what it is we're doing
It
right
says
now.
right there what they are, Tom, doesn't it? It shows you the picture right there.
Let me read. Designing a hole. Tee box. Determining parts. Time to tee off.
I think it's time to keep going.
Yeah, let's read the entire rulebook live. Buckle up, folks. We're going to be here a while.
Which way is the wind blowing?
I got really excited.
Okay, anyhow.
Sorry.
All right.
All right, moving on.
All right, where's that trophy?
Meteor 2 ultra transparent dice.
Moving on.
Those are here.
Keep going.
Let me go get them.
No, they're not. These are kind of really funky dice.
I hate these.
I do not like these at all.
Oh, it's so weird.
These are like, the dice are like, can we make dice as effectively to hurt feet
Yes.
as possible?
Can we make people who suffer from OCD as uncomfortable as possible?
Uh-huh.
Let's make dice.
Here's the thing. I
weapons.
actually would have bought a set of these because I like owning dice that are unique and interesting.
Yeah, weird, yeah.
I don't like many of these color combos, though.
Yeah.
They're all like...
They're all green for some
These are
reason.
the colors of dice that you would find in the bargain bin that no one bought.
I just don't know why they're almost all of them.
Those look nice, but
These dice are
those
handy
ones.
if you
These
need
are
to like do an emergency tracheotomy.
These are good.
And you don't have anything around. Like you don't have a box
resourceful.
cutter. Use one of these dice.
$45 for a set of dice, though.
I just don't
I
like
know.
the,
Don't
the
look good at
numbers
all.
on these are driving me insane.
Mm-hmm.
They all look wrong. This is wrong.
I'm going to be rolling a pinball bonus with these dice eventually.
All right.
So here we go to a very popular game, DC deck building game, combined with one of the most popular things in the DC universe, Injustice, where basically the superheroes are bad.
Right.
People love that. The combo here, $700,000.
And this just showed up on our top 100 list from the A-Team. I think.
Who was
I
it?
did.
I think Wendy had it on.
Wendy
Wendy or
had it
Chris?
on
Which one?
hers,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
What's interesting is I don't think they've done any of these sets on crowdfunding before. I think all of these have been direct-to-retail sets from the beginning,
We
and I
can
think this is
look
because
here.
it's a 10th
Cryptozoic has
anniversary
done
thing.
stuff before.
Sure.
There's that the games we were just talking about.
Yeah. But I don't think they've done the DC deck builder ever in a.
I don't think so either. No, these have always
crowdfunding.
just come out.
Yeah.
I wonder why they switched this, because their games
this
sell
is-
so well.
Because it's a box. I mean,
Yeah.
there are sets, but it's also like a catch-all box, isn't
Right.
it?
I believe
So you can't really probably sell that very effectively.
I think it's because it's the anniversary thing.
Yeah,
Look how
yeah.
many sets there are, though.
It's a
That-
new
Yes.
set.
if you're
I mean,
a fan
new
of this game,
fe-
you got to be happy.
Several new sets.
Yes.
And then the catch-all box.
I wonder if my kids would like this game. They probably would.
It's that Cerberus system is so easy to
really
explain.
is.
Like I played DC Deck Builder with both of my sons a lot. It's a very good intro deck builder, especially if the people like the theme.
Yeah.
Man, Injustice, though, that's kind of a cool theme.
Right.
With the evil Superman and stuff like that. I
Well,
like that.
theme is a little tricky with this game. That's the probably the biggest downside is that.
Watch my review. I think the theme's amazing.
Yeah, you are using anyway. It's not thematically the most robust, but the art and everything kind of brings you into it.
All right.
It's too long. That's my main
It can
problem
be
with
long.
that game is that it just always feels too long to me.
Yeah, I can see that.
When I used to have it, I got rid of it eventually, but when I used to have it, I would always change the end game to fewer bad guys.
Sure.
Always. It just went on forever.
Right.
All right. We're just basically showing you guys this one.
It's a DVG that's part of this Leader series.
I played this once.
Yeah.
Not this one, but
Yeah,
one of
yeah.
these.
This was a mistake, Tom.
All right, I'm going to take these away from the children.
Do you want the?
There we go. There we go. Now it's oh my goodness.
Are you flicking Ticket to Ride trains?
Outstanding.
Not very well.
Okay, well, they're not interested in this
No,
game
they're
anyway.
not.
We'll move on. All right.
Gosh, you're really bad at this.
G.I. Joe Mission Critical. I am so disappointed in this game. Not that it exists, it's fine. But when I first heard about a G.I. Joe miniature game, I was like, woo! But this is, as far as I can tell, a reskinning of the Power Rangers cooperative game.
I thought it looked.
It
like,
looks exactly like it.
I thought it was like Marvel
G.I.
United.
Joe.
'Cause I had never played. I thought it looked like Marvel United a little bit because I had never played the other one. But just the circular board.
I am pretty sure this is the same as the
seems
Power
like
Ranger one has that same board.
Okay.
Seemed really simple. Like as far as what? Did you smell it? Why? Why?
The scent of the
Yeah, probably
wood.
because of the staining and
I
everything.
love G.I. Joe
Yeah.
a lot, and you know what? I didn't hate the Power Rangers game. I kind of struggle with I don't like Power Rangers.
Yeah.
So I might like this more, but kind of like running around in a circle and just fighting off waves of bad guys. Is
Yeah.
it really G.I.? I don't know. Maybe I like it.
I see. I don't have G.I. Joe was not ever a huge IP for me.
He is an American hero.
Oh.
Okie doke.
Did you not know that?
Man.
Because the more you know.
The more you know.
taking all
So
my
this,
heat today.
yeah, thematically, this doesn't do anything for me. So
I do wonder if you can cross them over.
I wonder. I don't know.
You never cross G.I. Joe.
All right.
He crosses you back.
That's correct.
All right. I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sorry
some
about the
people are-
Shem Phillips thing.
Well, so I'm saying this is a tough week for
I
me,
forgot
man.
this was coming up. I
a
take
tough
back
week.
everything I
So
said.
Ra for 25th Century. So we've been wanting a good version of Ra for a long time. It's
Yes.
been out of print. BGG made those beautiful tiles, which unfortunately their days are numbered at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This looks good. This looks really good.
It looks fantastic.
Is
I
the
mean,
game any better, though? That's a joke.
you're taking
I'm just poking Mike's bear.
you're taking a
that a
classic
saying?
design. Yeah.
Mike's Bear?
You're taking a classic design
dozen and one.
and you're adding one of the best current working artists in the board game industry and putting them together. And 25th Century has done some really good stuff too. So it's a nice team. I'm really hopeful. Very excited about this. I don't actually own a copy of Ra. This will be the first copy of Ra that I own. I've played
never
it.
owned one?
Backing.
No,
Okay.
I've played it. Did I ever own the Uber Play one? I may have. I don't know if
Even
I did.
I owned the Uber Play one.
I've played it like many, many times, but I think I've always played other people's copies.
This is the one. You were waiting for
I was
this.
waiting. I was
your time
destined
right here.
for this version.
They
of
had
Ra.
you at O'Toole.
Mike, do you want these metal point tablets?
What do you think?
Are they magnetic?
This is the only
amazing.
Do
The
they?
answer is yes.
Yes.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is the only time, and this is very rare. I think this might be the only time where I looked at it. I do think that the graphic design, the illustration's fantastic. Ra is a great game. I think I'd rather just go for the standard.
Oh, okay.
I don't like the wooden tiles.
Love the wooden
There's going
tiles.
to be variations in the wood that are going to bother me more than the consistency of the cardboard.
Even though they're screen printed, you think that?
Yeah, you can see the grain under the screen printing. I mean, so that, and then the metal cartouches look, things. I don't like them. I don't like them.
I love everything.
You know what? At least I know a 10's a 10 here, and it's not a U.
That's true.
No,
Good
well,
grief.
come on.
I'm glad they got
don't
up.
do that to Uber Play, okay? You don't slam Uber Play like that.
Was Uber Play the only person? No, they all did that. The newest one does that too. They have that dumb.
The
Do
Wind
the new
Rider,
ones do that?
one did it too.
They do
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
that's
pretty
how they
sure.
used to write tens in Egypt in this time period.
Uh-huh.
So
That is a big. That
It's
is
a big jump.
That is double
Twice
the price. Twice
Yeah.
the price. But man, wooden tiles are. You guys were just raving about the wooden.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
That's what you're-
flicking anything
yeah,
across
you're
these.
pushing a
Well,
boulder.
that's
Then
actually
you're
a
not
new
playing
variant.
Raw correct then. if you're not flinging the tiles at people, you are definitely missing
All
something.
right, I think we have.
It looks great.
Nope, that's it. That's all the games. That's a lot of games, though.
That's a lot
All
of
right, we're gonna come back with some non-game stuff and then give you our picks of the week. Boy, everyone debates on what they are. But before we do that, let's jump to Mark.
Street?
This spotlight is brought to you by Dia Games. Welcome to the world of Euthia, where you will embark on a wide range of epic fantasy adventures through infinite replayable scenarios, wandering through an expanding open world generated by modular map tiles that will be different every time you play. Discover areas that you can fight monsters, gather resources, trade with merchants, pursue side quests, and confront elemental powers. Your actions grant you reputation and wealth, so you can develop your hero by unlocking new abilities and customizing your equipment. In this expansion, you'll confront dark forces tormenting the land in new scenarios with unique mechanics to exploit and challenges to overcome. A new hero, Altrea, joins the battle accompanied by her loyal pets, who she controls using her powers. The expansion further enhances the variety and gameplay options of the core game, with extra monsters, more modular map tiles, additional type of elementals, and new abilities for each of the 6 core game heroes. For more information, please check out the campaign, which is now live on GameFound. Hey folks, welcome back to another Dice Tower Preview Recap. I'm Mark, and today we have a handful of games to check out, and let's kick it off with The Flood. So this one depicts the story of Noah, and you'll be building an ark in order to survive the oncoming flood and get all the animals out. Now, you're going to be competing against your fellow players as the clock ticks down ever closer to the rains coming in and flooding your different resource areas and eventually the whole planet. And along the way, you have to collect the right resources to build your sections of the Ark, as well as different cargo areas and make a path to the best resources. All kinds of buildings and different types of resources that you'll have to gather, and you can trade with your fellow players. Next up is All-Time Wrestling. Now, this is a card and dice game, fast-paced as you try to pin your opponent. But I love the premise on this one, how the promoter has built a time machine so you can literally play against any of the famous wrestlers from the past. And you have, of course, all kinds of combo cards that you can wield and play against your opponents. Some real fun, fast-paced action. And there's a couple other modes here where you can do like cage matches or solo play. Definitely one to check out. And next up we have Euthia, Fierce Powers. Now, this is an expansion to the base game. So you'll need that obviously to play, but this one has all kinds of new quests, new figures. The new miniatures in this game are amazing, but what I really like is the new character. She has the power to control animals, and they have different alliances, different types of powers. Really, really cool. And they really do make a difference. Might be my favorite character now. So that is awesome, but all the different quests that you go on and different tiles, new expansions to the world that you're exploring in. And finally, we have Damask. Now, this is pretty thematic actually. You have this spinning wheel in the middle of the table with cubes, but they're all representative by different types or different colors of silk that you're trying to acquire to finish your Damask and mount them into your player boards. And you're trying to match colors and patterns to get the most money. So, for my pick of the week, I love the wrestling game. It was a ton of fun. I played it a handful of times already. Just the back and forth action is great, but I have to give it up for Euthia, Fierce Powers, because I love this system. I am a big fan of the video game Diablo, and this game has Diablo vibe all over it for me. And you're gonna be outfitting your characters, going on quests, doing all kinds of really cool adventuring in this game. So if you don't know the system, you don't know the game, definitely go check it out. All right, folks, if any of these games look like they might be of interest to you, please go check out our full previews. And if you want your game featured as a Dice Tower preview, please shoot me an email. All right, folks, until next time, we'll see you at the table.
Run, Mark!
Terrifying.
All right.
But slow moving.
Let's take a look at some non-Kickstarter projects. If you have something interesting for us to look at,
You mean non-game?
Non-game, sorry.
Yeah.
Send it to me at tom@dicetower.com. So first we have the Eye Catchers Light Up Your Life.
It's caught the eyes of 18 people, Tom.
I gotta say,
That's terrifying.
Don't say it.
I like the gorilla.
Of course you do, Tom. Come on. Yes, you would put this somewhere, wouldn't you?
Did you see the price on it?
Oh, I bet these are not cheap. I didn't even look.
Hello
Whee!
and goodbye.
Yeah,
Me and
no.
Mike said that
No.
earlier, that these would be,
That
this is the kind of thing you would find in a house, and you know that the guy who owns the house also has a room full of trophies from his African safari.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like from
And he
his
has a-
serial killing days.
No.
Okay.
He has like a cane and a monocle. He's not a serial killer, but he knows them.
But he
Right, yeah.
This is.
This is lighting
I
up
think
his
these are
humidor.
cool, actually.
I
do
disagree
not.
so strongly with
I
that.
find them very ugly. It reminds me of
That's
when
a
I
Christmas
was.
thing. Bum, 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 bum,
Go
bum,
ahead,
bum,
because
bum.
it reminds me of something too.
It reminds me of when I was a young child. I've never told this story before.
Oh, this is better than my memory. Go ahead.
This is something that has probably haunted me for years, and it's been a low-level source of anxiety. We had in our home a brass fly ashtray.
What?
It was this large. It was a very anatomically correct looking fly. Like it wasn't, and you had to lift up the wings to tap the ashes in.
Well, you don't
it
smoke,
looked
so
like
that seems
that
the
kind
problem.
I don't smoke, thankfully, but yeah, it reminds me of that. It's like this really too realistic brass animal sitting around the house for no apparent reason.
Right. But these are also 3D printed, right? So they're just painted like
when
that?
I was a child, it was 1926, so we didn't have 3D printers back then.
They had just discovered
But it's
flies.
so
Just
like-
discovered. Buddy!
Oh, buddy,
yeah.
no, we're not friends.
I'm not.
I hate everything about
I
this.
don't
I'm not
like
your
this.
buddy, pal.
Yeah, we ain't friends.
No, this isn't good.
It kind of reminds me. It looks like it was going for that vibe. Have you seen the IKEA thing with the little dog back end? It's got a little tail, and you can like hang your stuff
Guys,
on.
we already have.
Those
We
are
have the
super
monkey on the back
cute.
porch. This is similar to that.
Don't we us? Okay, you put that
So
monkey
it reminded me
there.
like maybe going for that, but
That
I can't
monkey's
totally missed it.
terrifying.
You
Like,
guys
no,
actually,
just give us the back
you really
end.
do
We don't need the
dislike that
front
monkey. It's
end.
not a
No,
joke.
it doesn't bother me, but I don't like it. None of these would be someone's house. Oh, and
Am I the only person who likes the monkey? On the back porch.
likes the monkey.
Am I the only person who likes the monkey? Tom Vassell. The answer is yes, Tom.
jeez.
Moving on.
The answer is
Oh,
yes.
Tom.
You got one of these, right?
Okay.
I want what?
Well, not this one. No, we already talked about this.
I know,
Camilla, we had
but
a
you said you were
conversation.
gonna bring it. I haven't seen it. I love this
can't
so much.
tear
I love
it
it so
off my
much.
wall.
Go ahead. What?
Tear it off. your
I
wall.
can.
No, I don't.
Just take a skill saw and cut around the, the drywall. Bring the whole thing mounted to your wall.
No.
What about the presentations?
Let's talk to Kenny
I-
about
The one I
Love
backed.
This.
So the one I backed. Let me show you the one I backed. It's,
Okay, let's see.
Enjoy the
So
wood.
pretty.
It's this one, but I didn't back the luminous one, and I actually kind of regret that because I thought that would be pretty
We
cool.
also talked about this. You can do that yourself. Just get some LED light
get- yeah,
stripping.
I know that.
LED light stripping.
I know that you said that. And then we went
Give it to
over
me and
who
I'll
does
do
all
it
the work in
and
my
put it on
house.
my
and
wall.
yeah, so mine actually looks like one of these, where all the
Yeah.
different things put up
so
there. I got mine's a little smaller than that and doesn't glow in the dark, but
So
I
yours
really
is
like
the
these.
crap version. It neither lights up nor glows in the
Mine
dark.
is the apparently
nor is it,
the $79 version it shows here, as opposed to the $129, $169, $339. They get pretty pricey.
Is it at least a map of Earth?
Yes.
Did you?
Anyway,
Look at that.
this one
It looks
here
so
is pushing. Obviously, yeah. These are pretty neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like when you brought it in, we looked at it. It was cool looking.
So gorgeous.
I really like this. This is
It
good.
was big though, right? I mean, this was a big box.
Oh,
that
it
came
better
to
be
you.
big. I want it
Yeah,
like.
I also will
I want a
say
statement
this
piece.
delivered for once.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Whoa, that's neat.
trippy.
That's really cool. I like that.
Yeah, but
LED
again,
going
If you
nuts.
don't have the
Once
luminous
you
one,
start
though, it's just
adding-
garbage.
you might as well not have a wall.
That's correct.
At that point.
It's not even. Yeah, it's not even,
that even,
accurate geographically until you add the luminous.
I can't even
I
imagine
agree.
if I brought another one of these home.
Is it a lone
How
berry
long it'd be
wall?
so-
Time to knock it out.
All right, and the last project for today is the Shoespender.
This is what you were
This is
talking about that you
so
were very
dumb.
interested in, right?
Yeah. Interested in trashing. Yes.
Does anyone understand the name first before we get into the ridiculous?
Yeah,
Suspender,
because it's a
Shoespender.
suspender for your
Suspender.
shoes.
Oh, shoes.
I actually, to be
get it
fair,
now.
Mike, I didn't get it until
Wow.
he just snapped those.
I didn't get it.
Oh, you thought it was like
No, you
spending
guys-
on
Yes,
a
I
shoe?
thought it was
Yeah,
like
like
spending.
Get it?
Hey,
Shoespender.
Shoespender.
100% you didn't understand. Oh,
I
I
literally
really didn't get it
Really?
until he just went like this.
Stop! You don't need to do it too. So basically, does your kid lose their shoes? And if you have little kids, every day,
Okay.
all the time.
But those kids that lose shoes, how many don't lose their socks?
Well, you
Oh, I know, they also
no,
lose
no,
a sock.
Guys, you
0%.
glue the sock on.
Oh, I see.
Okay, that's implied.
I just think this
Okay.
is terrible for the kid. The shoe is hanging off the foot there.
Well,
And-
then
and
you
they
know
try
what? They
these
can't
too.
get very far away, can they?
no, because they're gonna get up. They're
And
gonna
they're
get
gonna fall.
and the shoe's gonna eventually fall off that
Right.
suspender.
No,
No,
I mean,
or the kid's gonna
they
fall.
try this with the pacifiers too. What's the kid do?
Yeah, they just unclip
It's gone.
it.
So they're not going to keep the shoe on, and they're
No.
definitely going to play with the
Look at that,
suspender.
he's walking
Pop it
off.
off.
I
This is
hate
so
everything
dumb.
about that picture.
Definitely not going to make the poor
Nah,
children
man.
trip and fall in the playground
Oh, he's
either.
climbing steps with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That's even worse.
I
Also,
think
you have
this
to have
is-
you have to have
I love that.
their
It's gonna become a
socks,
projectile.
right? Because the
I love
socks
it.
actually have.
Well, what you're buying is
No,
the
I
sock.
thought it was just like a clip, like one of the
No, I think
pacifier
that it
ones.
clips to something on the sock. Like it's their socks you buy too, I believe.
That's
Oh,
what
I
I
missed
thought
that
too. I
part.
thought what they
How
sold
much
was
is it?
a sock with a
Right.
thing attached to it.
And then you clip that to the shoe.
$25 for
You
one.
get three. No, you get three pairs.
Three
White,
pairs of
gray, and
socks.
navy to match every outfit.
How do you wash
That's
this?
my question.
Do you wash it?
I think it unsnaps to wash. You can wash stuff with snaps.
Yeah.
Not me.
Your pants.
I refuse to wash anything with snaps. I won't do
How
it.
do you wash
Zippers
pants?
too. Buttons won't wash. No.
This looks terrible, man.
This is
right.
Shoespender.
I think it's hilarious. Send your
trash.
funny projects you find to me, Tom@dicestar.com. I need more. All right. Picks of the week. Mike, let's make Mike get his suspense over. We know it's between two. Which
It
one?
is between two, and I'm backing both. I'm backing.
You can only pick one.
I'm backing the deluxe raw, but I'm picking the I'm picking the South Tigris.
You didn't pick the Reiner Knizia game?
I'm picking
From
it with
Ian
my
O'Toole.
wallet. I'm picking it with my wallet, and I'm also picking this with my wallet. I'm backing both of these.
Okay.
So this is my pick, but this was definitely a tough choice for me this week because not only those two, there were other good. You know, I'm looking forward to see what you guys are picking because there were some really good projects this week.
All right, Z.
All right.
This is also a great game. I am going to pick the Woodland Beasties one.
I thought you
Explorers
might.
of the Woodlands. It's so cute.
You go ahead.
This is the
Yeah, I'd
best
say
looking.
keep it up. I'm sure you're not
Yeah,
the
you
only
can go
one.
ahead and put mine on there as well for that one.
Come
That was
on
mine.
now. This is the one that
Yeah.
has the most personality this week.
Yeah.
This
And
was my second choice,
And again,
actually.
I'm really digging the whole dungeon crawler, going a little bit light, but also expanding people that'll be interested in it, you know, like just the different look and the different feel to it. I'm really liking it.
Yeah. Good stuff.
And for me, it's the golf game.
Hey!
Yeah.
No, okay, look, again, I don't think these things show up enough.
Right.
And there's that really dumb golf one that I bought that I'm still mad
Yes.
about.
Yeah.
That didn't come in a box. Come on now.
You bought a golf game that did not come in a box? What
Yeah,
did it come in?
it showed up in a box, but it was it was like in a bag in that box.
Got it.
It was one that you put together these puzzle pieces and then you hit a round ball. It's terrible. It's terrible.
Okay.
I'm mad about it. Anyhow, all right. So that's our picks. There. Actually, this was a good week. A lot of good stuff.
An Uwe game in there that looked good. There's
I actually really liked that dinosaur game. That was my second. The
Okay.
second
Really?
choice was the not holograph one.
okay.
I think for me, my second
But-
choice was that raw version. That raw version.
That was on
I
my
also
list
haven't
too.
played Raw. I haven't played Raw, so I don't. Yeah,
So
I don't have
good.
any.
It is
Rah,
so
rah.
good.
All right, we'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. Tomorrow morning with Board Game Breakfast. Tomorrow at noon is the Top 100 continues. Wow. That's it, actually. Tomorrow.
Yes, that's it for
all.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
All righty. Until then, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Z Garcia.
I'm Camilla Cleghorn.
I'm Mike DeLisio.
Wear your shoe spenders.